What is going on, guys? This is Retchford here, and today we're gonna be doing a tier list on how to make her like you. So y'all know how this works. So we have S tier, which is the highest, and then D tier, which is the lowest. About to just get right into this. First, we have becoming a feminist. Now, this is easily a D tier. Yeah, don't do that. I feel like girls, they want a guy who can stand on their own morals. If you're over here, trying to lean over to like what she might view, then that's gonna be very unattractive to her. Next, we have liking a story. Um, this is also a D tier. Um, there's a right and there's a wrong way to do it. So if you are, let's say for example, you're liking like the baddest photos, you're liking the baddest photos of her, like the photos that every guy is liking, then basically what you're doing is you're categorizing yourself as literally like the average guy, right? There is a right way to do it as well, and it's basically to just you need to like the stories of hers that aren't her posting thirst traps or anything like that. Like the chill photos of her, you know what I mean? But if we're just liking all of her stories, that's just instantly a D tier. Personality, I'm gonna put this in. I'm not gonna put this in C. I'm probably gonna put this in B tier. Um, Not gonna lie, looks is like 90% of the only thing that matters. So, personality and most of that is not relevant. And the title of this video is how to make her like you, not how to keep her. So, yeah. Status, we're gonna put this in S tier. So, status is like, in my opinion, top three of female hypergamy. Um, there are two other things on this list that are gonna be like in S tier. Uh, but yeah, having status, this is like the best thing that could, not the best thing, but this is like one of the best things you can have, best traits if you want to appeal to most women. Next, we have ignoring her. Ignoring her, this is a good move. Um, However, there is a right way to do it. Like, if we're ignoring her to the point where she just moves on, then I mean, you're just gonna end up losing her. So you don't want to overly do it, but ignoring her is building some type of interest. Now, here's the thing, right? First impressions matter. So let's say, for example, you were chasing her, and then all of a sudden you start ignoring her. That first impression of you chasing her is already locked. So she's not going to gain interest. She's just going to stop respecting you less. Now, the reason I didn't put ignoring her in S tier is because this is not a pre-selected strat. So this is something you would have to do like after you got to know her a little bit. So this is why this is an A tier. Being her friend. Being her friend. I'm gonna put this in D tier. The reason why is because I remember when I was young, I used to think like, oh, maybe I can like get in there if I like start being her friend and everything. But here's what you need to realize. First impressions, like we said with ignoring her, first impressions matter like a lot. If you categorize yourself as a friend first, that's what you're gonna end up being. I thought that maybe I could shoot high or no, I thought maybe I could shoot low and then like work my way up. No, man, that shit does not work, bro. Don't do that. You have to shoot high, basically. That's like what the entire point of this is. Um, the highest you'll get to with being her friend is probably a close friend. Um, like in theory, you could start dating her if you were her friend in the past, but it's just like a very low success rate. Next, we have being attractive. Chat, y'all already know what I think about being attractive, bro. Like, this is just the best thing you could do. I'm gonna put being tall with it as well. Being tall and being attractive, like, they kind of go together, but yeah. Being tall and being attractive, those are like the two best things a man could ask for. Well, besides, I guess, wealth. But do I need to explain it? It's just, Next, we have buying her flowers, instant D tier strat. The reason why is because if it's your girl, you can buy her flowers all you want. I don't really care. But if you're buying her flowers and this isn't your girl, what you're doing is you're setting high expectations, right? She's going to want more from you. And also, this is kind of like, dare I say, a simp move to be buying a girl flowers that you're not even like close with or anything. She's not gonna think of you as more attractive. She'll respect you short term, but like long term, bro, she's gonna be thinking you a bitch. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a stack. Next, we have having other options. This is A tier. Same thing with ignoring her. It's not really a pre-selected motion, so I really wouldn't put this in S, but it is a good thing to have as a guy. Next, we have lacking confidence. Now, honestly, I'm gonna put lacking confidence in C tier. It's not the worst thing because I think if you're attractive or if you have like status or if you're tall, a lot of those things can be masked. Like it can be filtered. She's not really gonna like make a big deal out of it if you like have those other things. But still obviously, you would probably want to have some level of confidence. Next, we have making her your first priority. I've made this mistake before. I'm gonna put this in D tier. The reason why is because you never want to make a girl your first priority. You want to always have things to do. I'm not saying you got to be fucking Batman 24/7. I'm just saying you can never let a girl know that you're her first priority. That is so unattractive to them, and that is a fucking turn off. Next, we have listening to her. This is a C tier strat. You never want to listen to what a girl says. You always want to pay attention to their actions. A girl will say, "Oh, I like dudes like this. I like dudes like that." And then, they'll be, fucking with the same nigga who isn't like that at all. So, you never want to fall into this trap. Just pay attention to her actions. However, with a lot of these people, though, there's like a pattern. So, next, we have complimenting her. You might think I'm going to put this in C or D. I'm going to put this in B because I feel like there is a right and a wrong way to do it. You don't want to give shallow ass compliments. Like if you're over here talking about oh, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful. Like, no, you want to give compliments that have some depth to it. You get what I'm saying? So, for example, you can say something like, "Oh, I like what you did with your hair today." And also, if you're going to compliment her, you want to keep it to 1 to 2 compliments max. You don't want to overdo it. And the reason why complimenting it doesn't go further down is because I think it is one detail that like keeps you away from sounding too friendly, like you're trying to interview somebody. So if you have the right mouthpiece, you know when to compliment, then that is a very good thing to have. Hold on, let me fix this right quick. All right. Next, we have getting rejected in public. Not gonna lie, it's D tier, unfortunately. She's not gonna feel attracted to that. It's just your lack of social proof that fucks you. Next, we have becoming a chronic trauma dumper. You never want to become a chronic trauma dumper. I'm gonna put this below getting rejected. But here's what y'all need to realize. Girls, they do not like an emotional dude. If you can't keep your emotions in control, that is a huge turnoff to most girls. And y'all gotta understand that, okay? If you're trauma dumping, also not to mention, who the fuck wants to be around a trauma dumper? Shit, I don't want to be around a trauma dumper. Next we got telling her no. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This strat is so underrated, bro. This is not a pre-selected thing, so this is gonna be A tier. But telling her no, This is definitely gonna do you favors, bro. Next we have being too horny. Um I'm gonna put this in C tier. Being so lustful around women, like that is just going to genuinely fuck you. Like y'all gotta understand, like y'all gotta learn how to put the lust away. Like, and you know, I don't blame you. I know it's kind of hard. Like even I am still working on that, but you know, you just gotta learn to like control some of these um things. Next we have being boring, C tier. I think I think being nonchalant, being chill, being laid back, that's cool and everything. But if you're shallow, you have like no depth to you, girls are not gonna like that. Girls, they love fun, okay? If you're not gonna give them, you know, the fun and everything, then they're not gonna be as attracted to you. Next, we have stalking her. Do I need to explain? Like, next we have money. I'm gonna put money in S tier. Now, I'm putting this at the bottom of S because here's what I think personally. If you're over the age of 22, this is instantly like over here. But if you're like under the age of like 22, then it's probably like around B tier. But since it's everlasting after you turn 22, this just has to be S tier. Um, like if you're still in high school or maybe like even in your early ages of college, I'm not gonna lie, you'll get away with not having bread. And last, we have being too available. I've made this mistake in my past. We're gonna put this in C tier. You always, even if you don't have something to do, you don't want them to know that. So this is something that you guys need to learn how to maneuver around, basically. And that's my tier list on how to make her more attracted to you. And if you disagree, I really don't give a fuck. And yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. If y'all want to see the story of how I got friend zoned, you can click right here. If you want to see my most recent video, click right here. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.